And let me to introduce our next speaker. Our next speaker is Jean-Marc Castera, and he will be talking about Persian variations. It means about this, what he discovered this summer in Iran. Jean-Marc, you are here.
Today I'm talking about the Persian style of geometry patterns. It's and especially about pentagonal patterns, which the pentagonal family. It's the most important family of pattern in Iran, for example. This work, I started to do it before my trip in Iran. And when I was in Iran, I understood that the geometric art is still alive in Iran. So I was talking about two families of pentagonal pattern. I call the starry family and the family of flowers. It's my name. Maybe I could change the name later on. Then I will talk about the link with a very popular theory that is called the polygonal system. It's a point of view of that kind of patterns. Then the question of self-similarity, because in Iran what I've seen is always two-level patterns, but only two-level. I never meet a perfect self-similar system. The two-level system means that you have pattern inside the pattern. A perfect similarity, self-similarity means that you have pattern inside the pattern ad infinitum. Then, because at some point it's good to speak about the tradition, but it's good to bring something new. So I will talk about my project of rhombic dissection, my X-stars, and I hope I'll have time to show you some examples from the traditional art in Iran. And I hope that after that you can understand better these images. So, first, I say two families of pentagonal pattern. This is the simplest sample of pattern of what I call the flower family. Why flower? Because you see you have flower everywhere, rosette of flowers. This is the simplest one. You can see it everywhere in the world of Islam, and you can reduce it to a rhombus. That kind of rhombus we will talk a lot of. We will meet very often that kind of rhombus. Now the other, of course, where this pattern comes from, it's very, very simple. You don't have to do any calculus if you know where it comes from. Very fast. Okay, I open the world of the golden number, and inside you have what? You have stars living there. And these stars, I just like to dance. And when I dance like that, what happened at the center? At the center, it comes that the simplest tenfolded star. And when you know where this, from where this star comes, it's very easy to understand. Of course, if you want to make a periodic pattern, you have to repeat it and to break some symmetry. And that's the way you get this, this rhombus, with that shape of rhombus. Yeah, that's that, with a lot of variation possible. And the other one, I call Maybe it's here. Yeah, it could be this one. That family, I called star pattern that this family is made from a special set of shapes. Maybe it could be that one too. You have stars everywhere. So the tiles, that kind of pattern is made from some tiles, and that is the set of tiles I consider the set for that family of tiles, of patterns. Why that set, this set, and not another one? Why I have, for example, this tile that is not very common? It's because I was searching for this perfect self-similar system, and for this self-similar system, I need to have this set, and with this set, it's enough. But you can see there is a subset here, which I call S1. It's a special one with very with special particularities, and it's very interesting. And first thing now, you see there are two kinds of tiles. The tiles colored in red here, and the other one colored in black. Because every pattern of that family can be colored in only two colors, like a chessboard. And in this case, any kind of shapes, for example, this pentagon will be always the same color. If it's red, it will be always red, never black. So that's why I have a code here. I call P1, P2, 3, P like positive, and I call this set of 5 tiles a positive tiles, and the other with an N like negative tiles. And the funny thing is that if you work with only the positive tiles, that's the kind of thing you can do. And I have only positive tiles, and in between there is a hole. And the funny thing is that the shape of the hole is exactly the shape of the negative tiles. So I can say that any starry pattern can be made with only the 5 positive tiles, or the other one. And in particular, if I work with the subset S1, I need only 2 tiles. And with 2 tiles, I can do a lot of patterns, traditional or not. And we have variation we will see later on. So, and when I was in Iran, I understood that what I call S1 system, and it corresponds to the traditional set of tiles, Iranian, craftsman Iranian, called cone tiles, this set here, and fold tiles. Except these 2 fold tiles, I don't use it here, but it's another story. Yeah, cone and fold. So I can say that my system is cone plus fold equivalent system, with here cone on the left, the cone system. Now, yeah, about the tiles. I consider these tiles, this 10-folded star, I consider it as the mother of the tiles. Why? For example, look, what can I do with that? Inside I can design pentagon, but this pentagon overlap, no way. It's a new tile. It's another tile, a new tile. So I get every tile of the count system, the 2 positive tiles and the 3 negative tiles. And so that's why I call this tile the mother of the tiles. In terms of geometry, it's a very simple geometry because you have only 2 kinds of lengths, 2 kinds of edges, the black edges and the red edges. And the ratio, because between the length of the 2 edges, of course, it's a golden ratio, because we are in the world of the golden number, in the world of 5. In terms of angle, it's very simple too. What you have to do is just to count 2, 3, 4, because the unit is 36 degrees. So in red, you have twice 33. Then the green is 3 times 33, and the remaining here, 4 times 23. That's all. It's a very, very simple geometry, even though it's not that easy to design with a compass and a roller. So now, variation. Many kinds of variation. First variation is on this style, because if people here who know this kind of pattern will say, but we never have that tiles in the traditional patterns. Yes, we never have, because this tile is always subject to variations. What kind of variations? So it could be this one, this one, this one. In fact, it could be that one is the simplest one. So with this, I get a new tiles, which is known as sun in the samse in Persian. Samse in Persian. So it's a new tiles, but the symmetry is always the same, tenfold symmetry. Another variation possible is this one. No new tiles, but important point, the symmetry is broken. We just have one axis of symmetry. It's like mirror symmetry. And the last one, this one, another one with new tiles. So we can say that in the starry family, the mother is always pregnant. It means because there is always something inside. And with this variation, we have new tiles, and the symmetry is broken. It's not no more tenfold symmetry, but only fivefold symmetry. But this style too would like to have some variations like that. Okay. Okay. But what this line? I put these lines here, the white lines. It's very simple, you know. Everything comes from the Pentagon. Nothing special. But now I would like to talk a little bit about what the link with the polygonal system. What is the polygonal system? It's a theory coming from Hankin in 1925, and that had been improved by Jay Bonner, Craig Kaplan, and which is used by many scholars like Emil Markovici, Peter Cromwell, etc. According to that theory, so it's a way to point of view to analyze patterns and eventually and possibly to make new. So look at this pattern. According to that theory, first this pattern is simplified because I don't have a variation on the stars. Anyway, according to that theory, if you want to understand this pattern, you have to be clever enough to find out the hidden pattern, because this normal people can see a pattern, but if you are clever enough, you can see the hidden pattern from where this pattern comes. So what? And now remember my not see here. Remember my white lines. I design white lines on no first. Excuse me. What is this pattern? The traditional point of view is to draw that kind of lines here, coming by the crossing the vertices, and you get this pattern. We call this polygonal pattern. And how does it work? How do you get the actual pattern from this? It's very simple. You have here you have 5 different polygons, which with the same length of edges, equilateral polygons. So you take a vertex at the middle of each edge, and from this vertex you design symmetric lines doing always the same angle. And when they meet, they design something inside the polygon. And if you do this for every polygon, you get this pattern. Yes, it's a theory, but in fact, when I didn't use this theory to design this pattern, because what I wanted is just to have a pattern that fit with my screen. And it fit nicely, and you see it's very clear to understand what I did. I did stars, 10 stars here. I have a double ring of stars, and that's all, with a star inside, and in between the stars that come up. So, with 2 different solutions of connection. Now, remember this, the line I design on the positive tiles. Now, if I design the white line on each positive tiles here, I get this. So, you see that some lines found their friend, and so they joined together. Some lines did not find any friend. And if you don't have any friend, you died. So I remove the orphan lines, and what I get is this supposed hidden polygonal pattern. So what I want to say, what I can say now, is that any story pattern, any story pattern have an associated polygonal tiling T, which is unique. And the relationship between the both is nothing like causal. It's just a kind of duality. So the traditional point of view say that you get the actual pattern from the polygonal tiling, and now you have seen that you can say the opposite, that you get the polygonal tiling from the actual pattern. So the conclusion is that both are equivalent. That's all, nothing else. Okay, now there is a lot of there is bad and good things also to say about this system, but I have to skip some things. Just talking about variation, because you cannot meet such a pattern in the tradition, because there is no variation on the big stars. The big stars need variation. What kind of variations? So it can be the first one, the second one, the third, or better, to mix them. But here you see, for some aesthetic reason, I prefer to have here variation on this style too. Okay, here you can understand that we have 2 rings of stars with decoration. But if I use only two colors, like that, well, now it's not that obvious to understand where this, from where this pattern comes. And if you use the polygonal point of view, you will be lost in the detail, because you have to understand that this pattern comes from something very, very simple. Now, another kind of variation, which is to introduce a pattern from the floral family into the pattern of the what I call starry family. For example, here. Here. So this is the simplest star. You know that it's a flower with the petals as regular as possible. That means these edges are the same. Okay, the expert could have something to say about that, but we have to talk later. Another solution with the same star, like that. Now I can put color. Yes, it's nice with color, but there's something that's not quite nice just in terms of aesthetic, because I have here my star with the petals are negative. I will prefer to have them in red. So I have to change something. So what I do, instead of having red, then black, red, then black, here I put on not red, but black. So I change the color. It's a kind of inversion. But in fact, it's something that the traditional artists used to do. This is a furniture you can see at the Louvre Museum in Paris. And you see it's the same thing. It's a kind of color, like a chessboard color, white color, white color, white color, and here it's not white, but color. There is an inversion here. Okay, so maybe that's all for that. Yes, now at some point it's good to talk about traditional patterns, but it's good to add to something new. So here something new come up in very natural way. You see, I design lines on the positive tiles in order to get the polygonal tiling. Now, the idea that come up, of course, it's could I design some line on the negative tiles? And yes, it's possible. But so what can I do with that? So the same pattern, I design the negative line, and I get that kind of pattern. And this pattern, I like it very much because it's something new, but that looks like that kind of traditional pattern you have that are used like screens in wood everywhere in Turkey or in Iran. But it's something else. Okay. Now, so now I can say that any story pattern. Sorry for the mistake here. Any story pattern can be transformed in a unique way into a new kind of pattern, which I called it its shadow, the shadow of the pattern. Why not? Okay. Now, maybe new things. Yes. I go to maybe to rhombic dissection first. So that idea is the idea was, can I do maybe the same thing I did before for the octagonal family? It means to make a rhombic dissection of the tiles. The question is, I have a set of tiles. Can I design any tiles with just two shapes? So the shapes have to be these two rhombuses. These rhombuses are the same as the one used for Penrose patterns. Everybody here have heard about Penrose patterns. So, but what I will get is not Penrose tiling. The same shape, but not the same rules. Okay, the rhombus, you know perfectly, and I call a big D for the big diagonal, little d for the small diagonal. Okay, so that's my set of tiles, and the way to do is, first I was searching for a way to pattern the edges. You see, I have here only three kind of edges, red, blue, and green. So the first solution I found is this one. Does it work? Yes, it works more or less. Because it don't work for these three tiles. I cannot find a way. But it works perfectly for the subset that is like the cone set of tiles. Okay, and another solution, another option with smaller rhombuses. It can fit for all the edges. Now, can I extend to all the tile? It works. It's not so bad. So first, you see, I have some octagonal areas here. Of course, I can fill with rhombus, but I have two solutions. Could I use the first symmetric one or the not symmetric? So I choose the not symmetric one, and you will understand why later on. But unfortunately, here, it remains some pentagon, and this pentagon cannot be dissected into a rhombus because there is something missing. So, but again, it works perfectly for the subset of the starry patterns, of the subset of the cone patterns, yes. So I can say now that any cone patterns P can be designed with only the two pentarhomes and half rhombs along the edges, of course. I found two solutions with different scale. Okay, now talking about the X stars, it's an idea that came up when I was working for a project with Foster, and I found this decoration of the towers. This is very simple. It's just two rhombuses, very simple, the same as in the Penrose tiling, and inside just two lines, very simple. So what can I do with that? Of course, I want to use it to make pattern. So for example, here, with my rose number 1, when I add the lines, it doesn't work because it's bad because the line doesn't fit together, and the line have to fit. So this is bad, but with the second solution, it works nicely. So that's why, you understand, that's why before I chose the second solution for the rose. So what can I do? Now, here are all the possibility to close the space with these two rhombus around one vertex. So these are the possible good solution, and here the things that doesn't work because the lines don't fit together. And so, look, this line, around each vertex, design a tile. And if I remove the line of the rhombus, I get that set of tiles. And again, we have positive tiles here and negative tiles. And this set of tiles is exactly, it's more or less what you call the toned set of tiles in Iran. Isn't it? It's okay? Thank you. But in Iran you have more, 3 more, but okay. So now I can say that any tone pattern can be designed in a unique way with the X tiles after removing the line of the rooms, of course. So look what it makes for the subset for the cone pattern. Yes, with the first solution, I add the line and I get this. And you perfectly know that kind of things. It's a standard in Iran. With the second solution, you get this, that. Again, it's a standard solution in 2-level patterns in Iran. Now, I have 10 minutes. So I have to switch. I'm sorry, I have to switch to switch the chapter about self-similarity, because I prefer now to show you some examples in Iran, and I will come back if I have time left. I will come back to self-similarity. For example, first. First, the family of the family of stars, like that. This is in Isfahan. So, I said, if you really want to understand a pattern, you have to simplify it, so you can know where it comes from. So, this pattern can be simplified because the first thing you have to do is to find the star. Where is the star here? Here it's obvious. The star is just in front of you. So I can remove the star here, and at the corner too. So this pattern is simpler. But look here, I have that kind of tiles. I can simplify like that. So now I cannot simplify anymore. So that's the root of this pattern. And I could, from the same root, I could have that variation. It's another one. I could add the variation on these stars, and I could have this variation. Oh, but this variation, the interesting thing is that we have an orientation. We break the symmetry of the star is broken because this variation have an orientation. So it could be like this, or like that, or something else. But the actual, I could have the third variation, and in 2 different ways. But okay, the actual tiling is the actual pattern is like that. Something else. Yes, this is from Mahraga in Iran. It's a very old building, very old. So first, you have to simplify the pattern. So where are the stars? Can you see the star? Don't mind about the second level pattern. Just the first level. So where is the The star is here, obviously. Then this star is it's a second variation have been applied to this star. Okay, that's the detail, and that's the tower is in Mahraga. You can say that these patterns looks like carpet, right? The similar carpet. But if it's carpet, you have to know that it is a flying carpet, because we can fly with that. First, I do some simplification. That's the variations. Okay, I extend. That's so, okay. The pattern, the Mahraga pattern, is like this. That's the symmetry, the main area with the symmetry axis. So, basically, it's like that, with some variation on the star. By the way, you can see that it can be constructed from a rhombus, thin rhombus, but it's another story. Never mind. So, I have some variation. I could have another variation. Why not? And remember, I told you that we can have variation with adding some pattern, kind of pattern, some thing coming from the flower family. So I can add here some tenfold stars. And that's the way the pattern are flying, because we were in Margheh, in Iran, and now we are in Konya, in the what's the name of this madrasa in Konya? The name? Never mind. We're in Konya, in Turkey, here. So patterns are flying. Now, something else. Okay, flower patterns, of course, you have ever seen. We have a lot of variations. This is a small variation. This is again the standard simplest pattern made from a rhombus. Here, variations. And about this variation, just want to show you that, as I told before, that any pattern of this kind can be made from rhombus. So you have rhombus, and you can make it with my tiles. If you come to my workshop, you will play with that kind of tile. Okay, the same. Now, what's that? Yes. Now I want to talk about strange patterns that you can see in Iran, for example. This pattern looks simple because it looks like a repetitive pattern. The same here, very repetitive. So I start with this one, the same family, but simpler. Look at the main pattern. With okay, I move it. I make a rotation to have a better scene in the screen. Okay, that's the main area of the pattern. So where are the stars? Of course, obviously, at the middle and at the corner. Can you see over stars? Look at in between. That is a star. Over one, here, maybe here. Okay, over one, here, but with just a small variation. But you have the, here, like that. with the small variation here. So this means that basically this pattern comes from the very simple pattern that Iranian, I think you call this pattern the mother of patterns, no? Something like that. But look what they did. They put variation on the stars, but the variation have an orientation. Now look at the orientation. Where is the symmetry? The symmetry is absolutely broken. This is not a repetitive pattern anymore. And this is not an error of the craftsman. Of course, it's made in purpose. What does it mean? So, of a kind of pattern, this is a full family of patterns, the simplest. Now maybe, strange patterns, very strange pattern. This pattern, it is found to this pattern. I cannot simplify it. I cannot understand what they did with that. I have absolutely no idea. Same thing with this pattern in the mosque in the Masjid Jami in Isfahan. I don't understand what they have in mind. Maybe I can have some idea, but you cannot simplify to have something very easy. It looks like a little bit like random, okay? Now, mixed pattern. Mixed pattern, no. First, some sample of two-level patterns. This is two-level pattern. So the first pattern is a cone pattern, the first level. And inside, it's again cone pattern, but it's only on the positive tiles, not on the negative here. And here, you have this pattern, is cone pattern inside the first level of cone pattern. It's a very well-known pattern. I don't have time to talk precisely, deeply about self-similarity, but anyway, this pattern comes from my second system of self-similarity, and you can see again that the way you start from one level, and you have role to replace any tiles of the first level by always the same pattern inside the tile. And here you see that they use two kinds of tiles. And first thing, there is a solution here, combination, which is symmetric. You can have a symmetric pattern of the pentagon, but they didn't choose this one. They chose an asymmetric pattern of the pentagon. And they should not one, but two. Yeah? It's here and here. It's the same with different orientation. Yeah? And again, if you look at the orientation, you see that the symmetry is broken. Of course, it's not an accident, it's not an error, it's in purpose. What does it mean? Well, we can think about. Now, I think I have to, well, it's over pattern inside the pattern here. And here you have pattern inside the pattern, but the first level is not only line, but breads. That's all maybe. We'll end with that kind of mixed pattern, because here the first level, it's a tone pattern, inside it's a cone pattern. Here, it's a mixed, first level it's floral, inside it's star. Here, first level is floral, inside it's star. And here the same for positive and negative tiles. Here, first level is same thing. First level is floral, second level is cone, it's starry. And here, first level is, yes, it's just the opposite here. First level, it's cone, and inside it's floral. Something like this one. I think maybe you have to... Oh, and of course, this one can be made, can come from the pattern with the X stars. So I think I have to, it's all for today. But maybe now you can understand better what this pattern here. Okay, I'm done. Thank you for your attention.